If I had been a girl, I'd have been a drag queen. Those are the words from our Tennessee daughter, Dolly Parton. Tonight, we're going to talk about the Tennessee drag law that bans cabaret from public disputes with transsexuals being able to party in public around kids here in Tennessee. Tonight, I want to introduce my co-host here, the Queen. Today, baby, we're gonna be talking about these transsexuals here being able to exploit they thing, you know what I'm saying, dress and around kids. What you think about that? What's your opinion on that?
My opinion is everybody should be who they are as long as they don't hurt anyone. That's always the thing, to live by. But I don't see anything that draws a negative influence on children, especially with their gender or, they have enough trouble as it is growing up. But I mean, I'm not too sure how I feel about it. Do I personally have a problem if I go out in public and I see a drag queen? No. But I don't want to take my 6-year-old with me to see it. So I get it.
Well, the thing that got me about this whole situation is that I did my research, and it seems to me that this law is called the Tennessee drag law. First of all, I want to point this out. First of all, that in the law, the word drag is not in the bill, so they're giving these folks some respect by not saying drag.
How are they saying it?
They putting it in the bill like they changed the definition as saying, like, to me, like, in quotes, adult oriented performers that are harmful to minors. That's how they describing these people. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So to me, when they say adult oriented performers, that's not only talking about drag queens. That's, to me, that's like porn stars or whatever, because it says adult. They just naming them all. They not, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I don't believe in any. I feel like it's kind of a prejudice bill. I mean, in my opinion, they can privately do whatever they want. I mean, you got to understand, other cities. Look at San Francisco. They got the gay pride marches going on over there.
It's a democratic state.
Well, I mean, I understand you're talking state to state, but
and it's coming to states. It's some states here. I got listed right here. States considering the ban, right along with Tennessee, Idaho, Kentucky, North Dakota, Montana, Oklahoma. The Arkansas governor, he already signed the bill, the same kind of bill that Tennessee did, but actually reacted to some other provisions into the bill because of what the LGBT, he got basically bullied by the LGBTQ community to add some infractions into the damn bill to make it law over there. I just feel like, personally, man.
I feel like
go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I understand that should be something that should be like a strip club. You should have to be 18 and over to get in.
Okay. Some strip club.
You know what I'm saying? Now, if you want to have a gay pride march through downtown Nashville once a year, whenever San Francisco and all the other cities do it, I personally don't see anything wrong with that. But if you're throwing out, I mean, that stuff just needs to really be in private. I mean, for one, I mean, I've actually seen a drag queen jump in Florida, go from the bar and jump in the back seat of a vehicle, and it be part of the show. And to some people, that's not funny.
No, it's not.
There's a lot of very extremely straight people out here that don't see that funny, and you're just jumping into a car. So
yeah,
that's probably good on both ends.
Yeah,
just keep them safe and to keep our children safe.
And that's how and that will actually calm the situation because because lately you've been hearing about a lot of transsexuals getting killed. You know what I'm saying? And that if you have these kind of bills like this right here, I feel like that kind of like saves some of these motherfuckers' lives. You know, I'm not a conservative, but some of the conservative activists and politicians believe that drag contributes to sexualization, and grooming of the children. And I believe that. I wouldn't want to fucking walk outside, you know, with my nephew or my niece or whatever, and then they actually see it. As a grown ass man, I don't want to fucking see it.
I don't care to see it because I'll be like, damn, he's beautiful.
Man, fuck all that shit.
I think that there's a lot.
That's the problem right there.
No, there's a lot of prejudice going on, and we can't corner these people. Any people, you have to let people be who they are. That's the problem, and you got to have a little bit of respect for somebody that has the balls to be who they aren't naturally.
Yeah, now on that side of the game, I do respect.
I have respect for an out of the closet gay person.
Yeah, I do too. I do too. For the ones that's out there playing boy with it, and they ain't.
I get
it. And you know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, shit, that motherfucker, he ain't hiding it.
I'm a completely straight female that's never been with a female, and I get it.
Yeah.
Now, I've never wanted to dress like a boy, but I would, as far as dress up, then hell, like they do, hell, that's glamorous. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know how to keep it up. I just don't know.
Now, this law also affects male and female impersonators. Now fall under the adult cabaret among topless dancers, go-go dancers, exotic dancers, and strippers.
Right.
So all of these folks are being affected by this law here as well.
Okay.
Male or female.
Okay. Well, we don't really want our strippers out in the middle of the street, so they keep that. That's not a law that's going to affect them any because it is an 18 and up or 21 and up now. I guess it would be establishment. You see what I'm saying? You can't be 16 and go to a strip club.
Yeah, so basically that's what I'm trying to understand. So because I agree with you because the law is basically like around kids. So is the law basically saying that these people can't dress up in drag and be out in public? Because I can't really see.
I can't
really see any one of them being like outlandish or whatever around. You know, around some kids.
I mean, if they want to dress up drag and go to the mall, who cares? I don't care. I don't have a kid. If I did, a nephew, a child, and my presence at the time, I just explain to them what it is. It's not even a big deal. Explain to them the world is different in many different ways. People are so different. There's so many differences going on between us, and as soon as we keep pushing laws because we're not used to the unnormal. In drag queens, that's a bit abnormal. It's not a normal thing for a man to dress up, but a lot of those do that for the money. You got to understand that too. I've watched some of those shows. They're already a gay man, but they can make their money amongst their people.
Now I did read that. When I was doing my research, I did see my research. One of the drag queen president guys, one of the presidents of the organization of the drag queen side of the game, they was like saying like this can fuck up they economy. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so this is this is a hustle. This is
it's a hustle.
This motherfucker's getting paid.
They're getting
but
paid.
I'm just trying
to. The shows are good. I've been to a gay bar when I was a minor, actually.
Well,
but this was a long time ago. This was in the 80s, and that's a long time ago. So it's like,
well, check this out.
I was amazed by the drag queen how much time that shit takes.
Well, check this out. Now, these are conservatives here in Tennessee. Where we at? The conservative activists. Now, this is what they say. This bill wants to extinguish, in quote, popular story hours in which the drag queens can read to kids. Now, that's what they kicking.
I don't understand that.
Basically what they saying, like, if we want to go to school, if there's a school and I can and I'm dressing as a motherfucking drag and I can go and read, I can still be in drag and still go read to the kids and be in drag. That's basically what a motherfucker can do.
Well, I'm gonna go.
That's to me. That's the problem. That's the problem right there.
Okay.
A
yeah,
motherfucker.
I'm gonna go.
A motherfucker who go and dress in drag and go and read to the kids. That's the problem. Because that child. Oh, let me finish. Because the child is not gonna be into what the fuck that person is reading. They're gonna be looking like, what the fuck is this motherfucker right here?
It's different. But see, they're just trying to make that normal. But I don't personally agree with that. Would you hire a transgender man dressing as a woman as a school teacher?
Yes. No.
Yes, because that's different. That's a difference. I'm not talking about the glamour. I'm talking about this man wants to be a woman. He doesn't have a penis. He is a woman. He's got tits now. He has completely redone himself or is working on that. Would you hire him as a teacher?
I couldn't.
Yes.
I couldn't.
Yes.
I wouldn't.
That's the problem. If you start telling these people, hey, you can't do this, you can't be yourself over here, then what's the point? What's the point? They're trying to just be themselves. Now, as far as this glamour, even what's the most famous what's the most RuPaul. Even RuPaul doesn't wear his shit like that all the time. RuPaul dresses as a man with glasses, bald head, and he's a funny man, and he's gay. But that's his, like you say, that's their.
So when they go to the alter ego, so basically a school teacher can Mr. Smith can be a drag queen, but goddamn, in fourth period, goddamn, he teach me science, and he's just a man in a suit.
Well, how about this?
Oh, is that what you're saying? But goddamn, when he go out there and kick it with his folks, he dressed up as a motherfucking woman. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying that's okay too.
Okay, because if that's what it is, then I would be down with that.
I'm saying there's somebody out there right now that's in college, wants to be a teacher, that already cut his penis off, that already got some boob implants. He wants to be a woman. And by the time, I don't care how he was born, but by the time all this is going on and this is what they're wanting to be, you cannot discriminate against that person because for being who they are. You can't do that. You have to look at the education of that person, the freaking everything that you look at any normal person, and yes, you have to hire that person.
Yeah, probably in these days,
you know
you probably have to.
Yes, and I agree with that. My child has a problem. That person's not rubbing, and saying, hey, you would make a good female. That teacher's not saying that. That teacher's saying back in 1871. I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't. The teacher's teaching.
But hold on now. Let me ask this question now. Now, okay, let me paint my picture.
Okay.
The only way I can be down with the as in the scenario that you put, as far as like one of them want to be a teacher, one of the drags wanted to be a teacher. To me, I would, if I had a motherfucking child, I would be more accepting of that child to be someone like how RuPaul is. Like RuPaul is still a man, and I seen RuPaul in a motherfucking suit. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And then I seen goddamn RuPaul in a motherfucking in a dress all made up like a fucking woman.
Got prettier legs than Beyonce.
So goddamn it, this basically what I'm saying. When he's at school amongst the kids, he's Mr. Smith in a suit. He's Mr. Smith in the motherfucking suit. But whatever the fuck he wants to do on his outside of motherfuckers teaching fourth grade science, Mr. Smith can do whatever the fuck he want to do.
Now, do I agree with RuPaul in drag? I don't believe it's somebody in drag.
Well,
there's a difference in what I'm saying between drag and just a sex change, period. In drag, are we RuPauling it up here in English class? No. Are we RuPauling it?
yeah,
Okay.
that's what I'm saying.
Are we
Now,
RuPauling
yeah,
it at
he's
the
not.
public library?
Yeah.
Because, 2-year.
Yeah,
trainers?
he's
I
not.
really don't think so.
Yeah, he's not gonna. Mr. Smith is not gonna come on Wednesday. He might feel good, so fucking good. He gonna come in drag.
Right.
No, we're not gonna have that, Mr. Smith. Now,
But
Mr.
yeah,
Smith gonna be
there's
motherfucker.
certain
Mr. Smith, the science teacher.
That I hate that things have to be in a category, but you can't just put everything.
That's the
in
new America.
one. You can't put it all in one. There's different categories.
That's the new America.
You're
But
gonna make a law that can screw somebody else over because they're not who their birth certificate says that they are.
But look, check it out. It's a pillar. I'm glad that you brought that up because that's a good segue right there. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
How many teachers have we all had in school that was a bull-dying teacher? It was more than obvious.
Yep.
She dressed like a man.
Yep.
She would wear her shirt buttoned up here.
Yep.
And you couldn't tell if that was a dude or a female.
Yep.
So if you're going to hire a female like that, then you're going to hire a man.
But that was back in the.
No, that's even today. We even seen a woman at a pawn shop. We could until they said something. We didn't know if they were male or female. You see what I'm saying? Until she said something. You just don't know. And am I going to have my child go up there in a glamour? No, I'm not going to hire that person. Of course not, because that's not how they are normally anyway. But a gay person, of course. And definitely a person that had a sex change, yes.
Well,
is it going to affect those people? Is what I want to know. Or is this just strictly drag? If this is strictly drag, I get it.
Well, it did say. The law do have provision. It said male or female impersonators.
Okay, impersonators.
In quotes. This is what the law said in quotes. Male or female impersonators now falls under adult cabaret among topless dancers, go-go dancers, exotic dancers, and strippers. First of all, what the fuck is a go-go dancer?
Same thing. It's adult entertainment. I would have to actually look up a go-go dancer.
But they put them all. This law is putting everybody.
I understand.
And even porn stars. Go back and say don't order performers. Even porn stars. You can't even shoot porn in Tennessee based on this law here. So they whipping everything all in one thing. What got me about this law in Tennessee? And it says they want to extinguish popular, in quotes, drag story hours, which the drags can read the kids. That's the crazy part. Now, because I know politics, people can switch things, this and that, and put things into this bills, not knowing motherfuckers can, this in there because ain't nobody going to read this 3,000-page bill. We have this in there. But actually read, that's like some damn near pedophile type shit. What the fuck is a drag? I can't imagine a drag person. What the fuck is a drag reading to a child for? What fuck?
What does that even fit into a category for? Is there an issue with drags going to the library and doing story time?
Do you have an issue with
I don't understand what's going on. Do we have drags in our school?
Do you have an issue with the drag reading to the kids? Yes or no?
In what setting?
Anywhere. I guess in school. Anywhere amongst children, library, school.
I wouldn't care if my librarian was a drag queen.
Nah, come on.
I don't know about my teacher though, and my second grade children.
A drag.
Not a drag queen. Not a dressed up.
That's what it says.
This is for show. It's not Halloween. A drag queen. People aren't drag queens the whole day. They don't get up and drag unless they're going to work, or you know what I'm saying. So, they have jobs for drag, don't they? I've never seen a drag that wasn't in a club or on TV, even in a club. So you basically sound like to me that the conservatives here, conservative activists and politicians here in Tennessee, they throwing the kids out there to make people go against these people. Is that what you're saying? That's how I feel. Yes.
Okay.
Because no matter what, we have parents out here that dress their children up as a little girl, and obviously they're a boy. You got women out here that let their child's hair grow all the way down to their ass, and they look like a little girl, and they're not. We've seen that on the ice cream truck. We couldn't tell if the child was a boy or a little girl. I mean, the parents need to stop. You had a little boy or you had a little girl. If you're not satisfied with that, then have another child. If you can't have another child, then tough shit. You can't do that. We seen that. What, that 7 or 8 year old little redheaded little boy dressed up in a dress and had a bow in his hair. I thought, what the hell is really happening? That little boy is going to be gay and not even know that that it's not. I'm not saying it's not normal. I'm just saying that the Adam and Eve is how everybody has said man and woman. You know, I just don't know. Even if I was to throw religion in there, we don't have the right to judge on any of that. I mean, that's a very difficult thing. Keep it in the bars. Don't bring it out in the streets.
I agree with that side of the game right there.
Yeah, I'm not
keep it in the bars.
You can't
keep it
have
outside
a
the streets.
Standing outside saying, "Come on in."
But see, now see, this is what let me give my opinion right here on this right here. Keep it in the bars.
Keep it in your.
Keep it out, keep it in the bars. Keep it just out the streets, and keep it out of educational, saying schools and stuff like that.
God, don't confuse the kids, man.
But see, I think that's what the fucking conservatives do, though. I think they fucking put shit out there and say, okay, yeah, we're gonna put it out there for the kids, because nobody wants the kids to be fucked with.
No, not
nobody.
Well, I mean.
So the conservatives, they gonna put the shit out there and say the kids, and then some of the drags, and then because most straight men don't fucking like no motherfucking straight man who's dressing up as a woman. Most straight men don't.
I understand.
So and then you put the sauce on it, talk about reading the kids, that straight man gonna be like, oh, what the fuck, hell no. So that's they attract to motherfuckers like me. Or any,
I don't understand what they're saying. Reading to the kids and
that's what the provisions that you got in this bill.
In what setting though, or not trans, or drag queens? What are they trying to do? I don't understand what they're trying to do. I've never even heard of a problem with a drag queen. I hear violence against them, but I don't see what they're doing that's wrong. I mean, are we having street parties in the streets of Nashville right now with drag queens before the bill was passed?
Yeah, that's a good question.
What about the problem with the homeless people that are busting windows downtown? Why can't we deal with the violent, serious shit, the seriousness of the violence first? Get that shit cleaned the fuck up. Nashville's going to end up being Detroit anyway if they don't stop it. So.
Well, anyway, there's penalties to this law.
Pick your battles, man. This just doesn't seem like one of them right now.
It's actually it's a misdemeanor charge if you get caught. I guess the first time.
If you get caught, what?
If you get caught, basically performing. Like I said, this law is based about a cabaret from public property, banning adult cabaret from public property or anywhere minors might be present.
Okay, so what if 3 drag queens are on their way to work and they're going together and they're walking the fucking street? I mean, is that a misdemeanor? I mean, are they flaunting their shit on the street when they're walking and going to work? I don't understand that law.
And the little child just happened to be on the sidewalk with his mom.
Are they going to get arrested? Because if so, that's bullshit there.
Okay, that's a good one.
If you're having a party and it goes from indoors to outdoors, I see that.
That's a good one.
But if you're going to have a get together and have a big ass awning and you're having a drag queen show outside in public, let it be announced.
That's a good one.
Let that be up to your parents if you get to go to see that, because that's entertainment for people, even for somebody like me.
A child shouldn't be going.
I'm just saying, let that shit be up to their parents on that.
Okay, but look, let me tell you what the penalties are. The penalties are, like I said, it's a misdemeanor charge or a felony if it's a repeated offense.
So if you do it more than once.
Yeah.
We have to get more in depth on that, I guess, because there's America. We have a tendency to pick on people that aren't straight white people for some reason. I don't get it. But.
Well, I think what it is though. I think more this is the new America where everybody got a voice.
I just don't. I
And
wouldn't
this
have a
is
child in school.
this everybody got a voice. This is like tonight. I'm shooting my first. This is my first episode. I feel like I got a voice. You know, I got a voice to speak on this. You know, I personally don't want to see a. I feel like it's be crazy to me if I see a drag reading a drag queen reading to some kids. To me, that vision is crazy. That vision is, but that's in the law. That vision is crazy for me. Drag queen stories is what they call it, or whatever they call it in quotes. But to me, man, I just feel like, man, basically, more of the stories, man, just treat everybody with respect, man.
And
just treat everybody with respect.
Then also remember that there's not even a religion in the world that says that you can mess with little kids.
Well,
it always says, even no matter who you are, what religion you are, it always says don't mess with the children, for they're not old enough to decide on their own.
Well,
and that it relates to everything.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't know but I know you don't want to fuck with the kids. But to me, man, just moral of the story when it comes to me, man, I mean, just treat everybody with respect, man. Just because you see these people dressed in drag, don't be shitting on them.
Don't be shitting on them.
You know what I'm saying? You know, like, hey, man, call them up, forgot their name, and shit like that. Man, let that person be there.
And then
man.
I believe that they got more guts than the average.
They got more person. Yeah, they got more guts. You know.
But I get it, guys. Just I guess keep it indoors, just like strippers have to do. I mean, you know, I guess it's not like Coyote Ugly. I guess keep it like that.
Yeah.
But I would go to a show, and I personally ain't got no problem with it. Just keep it indoors, I guess, and keep it announced if you're having a show, I guess. Yeah. And I'm gonna look in more on it myself and see what's up, because that's shitty. I don't like laws being passed to keep people from achieving their goals.
Well, that's a law here in Tennessee that they passed here. That law won't be in effect to July 1st, actually.
Oh, well, they're going to raise all kinds of hell in the streets of Nashville before that happens.
Summertime. So, you know, it's about to get crazy up in Nashville. It's going to
get crazy dragging out there and freaking
up in Nashville. Yep.
Hey.
So, hey, man, maybe we have some more information on this bill for y'all, man. Stay tuned. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Thank you.